the Post-Classical News Network, with your host, Christopher Wilde. And your co-host,
Sunny with a Chansey.
and of course, your anchors.
Welcome back to Breaking the News with the Post-Classical News Network. I'm your host, Christopher Wilde, and I'm here today with my lovely co-host,
Sunny with a Chansey, and boy do we have a show for you today. We are now introducing our fashion segment, and our staff has been working hard to bring you the oldest scoops from around the world.
We'll be traveling to India, Europe, even the New World. But before we get to that, let's look at this morning's traffic. Good news, folks, your morning commute just got a lot shorter. Peasants are being forced by the Sui dynasty to build a time-saving canal for your convenience. Let's go now to the scene of the construction and look at some of the back-breaking, soul-scarring work being done. To you, Josh.
Hi, Chris. I'm here in northern China, and as you can see behind me are peasants working on the Sui dynasty's newest projects. This canal that they're digging will cut travel times in half. Boy, does he look like he's having fun. Let's go over there for a few words.
I hate my job.
Mr. Peasant works 12-hour days. While his government promises that he'll be fairly compensated, that is unlikely to come to pass. But hey, our commute will be cut in half! Overall, the Grand Canal will be a wonderful addition to the Chinese environment and will facilitate a sense of pride in trade, commerce, and the Chinese nationality.
They told me I'd be paid. Still haven't gotten my paycheck. Hey, you! Do you know where it is? Just crazy. Remember, folks, to stay safe and buckle up.
Now, let's travel to India to get an inside scoop about the caste system and the kingdom of
Vijayanagar.
I'm currently trying to reach India, man. We should have done a lot more research. This attempt is currently unsuccessful, and at this time of year, based on the winds, we can't travel. I'm sorry to report, I will not be able to report on the caste system in India. In other news, I'm stranded here with a bunch of spice merchants from India, and they say in order to travel at this time of year that you have to study the monsoon wind patterns. They travel this route every year from the East African coast all the way to India to trade with their goods, implying their goods to other merchants. Tell my kids I love them. I love you, Cheryl!
And now, a quick word from our sponsor.
Are you a German prince looking for a job?
Well, actually, I am.
Simply take our short survey. Holy, not really. Roman? Nah. An empire? Not at all. I guess this is the only option. Apply today.
Welcome back and good afternoon to those just joining us. We currently have a reporter standing by ready to interview a minority Christian in the Dar al-Islam community. Drake, to you.
Thanks, Chris. I'm here today with Mary, a very Christian woman living amongst a very diverse society full of multi-ethnic people. Tell me, Mary, how do you feel about being a Christian living in a place ruled by Muslims?
It's great. The Abbasid Caliphate is very accepting of everyone. I get to interact with different cultures every day while still pursuing my own beliefs. I'm not too big of a fan of a taxation, though.
And what do you mean by that, Mary?
Well, non-Muslims have to pay a tax called the jizya. I'd prefer prefer to spend mine on more cross necklaces, but that ain't up to me.
Thanks for your time, Mary. Happy Hanukkah. Back to you, Chris.
Breaking news! This just in, crisis in East Asia. The carefully guarded secret of silk production has been stolen. Our inside source in the police department tells us that the lead suspects are a pair of Byzantine monks who... Wait, Marcy, is this correct? According to our sources, the monks smuggled out silkworms through their staffs. Specialists say that this could be detrimental to East Asian economies. They had dominated the silk trade for centuries, and now the only way they can save themselves, as stated by specialists, is to increase their dominance in porcelain and gunpowder production. Researchers say that it could take years, even centuries, to recover from this devastation. Our thoughts go out to East Asia today.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, our new segment. It's called Fashion Carol. Today we have Drake in Europe interviewing a young adolescent on what seems to be the new Gothic style.
Thanks, Sunny. I'm here today with...
It's Patty, but you can call me Patricia for short.
But isn't that longer?
Shut up.
So, Patty, can you tell me what you are wearing today?
Yeah, so the shirt's inspired by the Visigoths, and then the pants are inspired by the Ostrogoths, and then the boots are inspired by the Franks in Paris. Thanks, Drake. Well, that concludes our very first segment of It's Called Fashion Carol. We hope you enjoyed that new segment. Comment your thoughts on our Facebook page, Post Classical Scopes. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with leprosy in the last century? If so, you may be entitled to compensation. Call 1-800-LEPROSY. Again, that's 1-888-LEPROSY. Symptoms and effects of leprosy include light-colored or red patches, skin, numbness and weakness in hands and feet, pain in joints, blisters, loss of sense of touch, nerve injury, and weight loss. Leprosy is caused by slow-growing bacteria inside the body. Please consult your doctor before having leprosy.
Welcome back to Post Classical News. Boy, do we have a treat for you today, folks. We're heading over to West Europe to do some on-the-ground scoops. Josh, how's it looking over there?
It's really dark in here. I'm sorry, there seems to be something wrong with the camera. Jim, did you forget to take the lens cap off again?
One time!
Josh, describe what's happening down there.
Okay, there seems to be nothing happening down here. Education is gone. The political system it's really bad, Chris. Trade has all but vanished. On the bright side, religion is going up.
Wow, I sure seem to understand the devastation in Western Europe during the Dark Ages better. How about you, Sunny?
I sure do, Chris.
Now on to our travel segment. The Post Classical News Network travel segment is brought to you by Muslim Sufis, convert to Islam today. Today, we'll be bringing you to North America, along with live footage of Norse Vikings on their own travels.
Wow! Look at all this new land that we just found!
We should call it Newfoundland.
I proclaim that we call it Newfoundland!
Wow, isn't this just riveting? Let's see what else we have.
Thanks to Northwest Travels, the Vikings were able to reach North America before anyone else. Do you have a dream vacation that you've been waiting to take? Well, then head on over to northwesttravels.com to begin your once-in-a-lifetime journey. Literally, once in a lifetime. Returns and exchanges are not refundable. And now a quick commercial break.
Aw man, Jenny, I can't put my foot into this fabulous shoe.
Oh my god, what should we do?
Boy, do I have the solution for you! Have you ever wanted to get your feet in those fabulous shoes, but you just can't? Well, try It's simple. Just wrap your feet super tight in our premium foot bands, and you'll have no more foot growth. Ever again! For real, if you actually try to reverse the effects, it will be extremely painful. Sponsored by China's Patriarchal Society. Warning, you may not be able to walk. Foot binding. Foot binding? Foot binding. Did I mention foot binding? Foot binding. Foot binding. We're back. And now, another look at the papal conflict consuming Europe and the minds of people all around the world. We've been following this story since it started, but now things are really heating up. I'm getting word that books are now being involved and fights to the death are ensuing.
For the last century, Eastern and Western Europe have been caught up in a rampage. The popes from Eastern and Western Europe have been in a verbal conflict ever since they excommunicated each other. The eyes and ears of Europe have been focused on the two of them, and no one knows when it may end. Today, we bring to you the opinions from both sides of the cross.
Honestly, I don't even remember how this fight started, but it's totally her fault. She's such a fake friend, and she's completely oblivious to heresy.
I'm the victim. I don't know who she thinks she is, but I'm gonna take her down. And with how poorly educated and uncouth she is, she'll be hard.
Specialists say that this conflict may continue for centuries, even decades. The popularity of Christianity in Europe and all over the world plays a critical role in this argument. Citizens of Europe have started to come together and fight against this growing issue by praying, singing hymns, reading the Bible, and praying some more.
The world's keeping their eyes and ears open to this conflict. Kind of reminds me of fighting with my cousins. Anyways, we're heading over to Josh for a closer look at the newest East Asian trend.
Madness in East Asia. A popular new trend occurring, popular with those crazy merchants. Flying money. That's right, folks, you heard it here first. Money that actually flies. Wait, I'm getting further information. Marcy, is this right? It turns out the money isn't actually flying. It's simply a way for the government to give merchants credit without shipping out all that heavy coinage to different areas. I'd like to say that flying money would actually be a lot cooler, so science, I'm counting on you.
Well, that wraps up this week's segment of Post-Gospel News Network. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and tune in next week for another exciting segment. Signing off, I'm Chris.
And I'm Sunny. See you next week. This week's program was brought to you by Starstruck, Sufi Muslim Travel Agency, Sunny with Chance, and Drake and Josh.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Ocean man, the voyage to the corner of the globe is a real trip. Ocean man, the crust of a tan man, by the sand, soaking up the thirst of the land. Ocean man, can you see through the wonder of amazement at the open man? Ocean man, the crust is elusive when it casts forth to the sequence of a life.
Sorry. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Search. This attempt is currently unsuccessful, and I'm sorry I won't be able to report on the guests.